So the big conversation is what we saw last night in Tampa between the Bucs and the Cowboys. It was all Dallas, despite missing 4 extra points in a row, which was just impressive to watch through and through. And when he did come out, Brett Maher, to make the 5th one, of course, ESPN missed that one. So that's a job well done on their parts. But the Dallas Cowboys get it done. It's like, come on, man, that's like a big story of the game, and they missed that.
It might have been the biggest story of the game because outside of Tampa getting their butts kicked, there wasn't much else to talk about. I mean, literally, it was the story. Every single time there was a momentum and a touchdown, there was wide right, hooked it left. I mean, it got bad. I mean, it was bad to the point where you're like, I feel bad for him.
And then
I felt bad for Maher.
It hit an upright as well, too. Yeah. So there was that.
Doink. Doink action for you out there, Jonas.
Got doinked. Got doinked. Then the conversation becomes, as Tom Brady is finishing off just a terrible performance for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Terrible. And it's always good when, he's 45 years old and he's throwing 66 times in a playoff game. That's probably an indication that the run game isn't producing all that much. But Tom Brady went to the media afterwards, had a conversation with them about what he plans to do in the future, and then also was very respectful at the end on the back end of this comment from Tom Brady as he thanked the local media in Tampa Bay.
What is your process from here when you start to think about what you want to do next?
I'm going to go home and get a good night's sleep as good as I can tonight. And this has been a lot of focus on, this game. So let's just be one day at a time. I just want to say thank you guys for everything this year. I really appreciate all your effort. And I know it's hard for you guys, too. It's hard for us players to make it through. And you guys got a tough job. And I appreciate all that you guys do to cover us and everyone who watches and is a big fan of the sport. We're very grateful for everyone's support. And, hopefully, I love this organization. It's a great place to be, and thank you, everybody, for welcoming me, all you regulars, and just very grateful for the respect, and I hope I gave the same thing back to you guys. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right. He gone. So what's next? Is he retiring? Is he going to Vegas? There's been a lot of rumors out there. What do we think?
Okay. If the one thing holding him back from continuing to play was Giselle, that doesn't seem to be an issue anymore.
No.
So, I think that opens it up to, that there's wild speculation of where he may be next year. Could he reunite with Josh McDaniels and Berto's Raiders? Maybe. It would make some sense. That would definitely be a possible landing spot. Outside of that, I honestly don't know because I'm not sure where else he views as a potential contender. If he goes to the Las Vegas Raiders, look at that division, man.
Oh, my God. Awesome.
It'd be awesome, but it was is that your path?
You don't want that.
Is that your path to go win a Super Bowl?
You don't want that in your future.
You don't think Tom Brady?
Did you just see the way he looked last night?
Yeah, Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs if they bring him back, and
Patrick
Darren Waller
Mahomes,
and
Herbert, Justin Herbert, and who else?
And Russell Wilson.
Oh, never mind.
Russell. Yeah. That's so mean.
At least 2.
That's the most star-studded quarterback division in the history of the league. If he goes to Vegas.
It is. But why would you want to do
that? You've got, would you say 3 Hall of Famers? If not potentially a 4th.
Yeah.
All right. But why not take the money from New York? Then you get to play against the Patriots twice a year, and you're in a major media market. Why not finish out New York? Woody said he's going to pay the money for a high-profile quarterback. You for some strange reason,
those Jets fans have hated him for so long.
Yeah.
See them turn around and be like, "Yeah, now we like Tom Brady." I'd be like, "That's such a Jets fan move."
If you're saying you're trying to salvage Zach Wilson, who better to bring in to be a part of that maturation process than Tom Brady? If that's what you're thinking, he doesn't have a whole lot of time left anyway. That time, you can clearly justify to Zach, look, Zach, you didn't play well. We're going to bring him in. You're going to learn from him, and if it's good enough, you're going to play again. If it's not, then we'll go in a different direction by then.
I don't think Tom Brady cares about showing
I don't
Zach
either.
Wilson the ropes.
I don't either. But you do know the infatuation
Zach's too busy trying to hook up with moms.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like,
well,
I mean, given Tom Brady's
I
age,
went somewhere with that.
I mean, Tom Brady could have a contemporary with him. And
that's what
Zach
I was about to say. They
looking
could
at it as his mom.
there you go. Or they could be. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they could
What
do.
were you getting at?
They could hang out together.
Oh, okay.
They would be fishing in the same lake or same pond or ocean.
And that's always fun.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
They're both good-looking guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
New
Zach's
York,
not going
too.
to lose. He hasn't played well, but he's not going to lose a good-looking contest.
No,
no,
he's still got that.
Yeah, he's got that. So I mean, why not? Let him learn
so
from the GOAT.
Now there's been.
He has to learn off the field before he learns on the field.
I mean, you got it. I mean, he brought AB into the house, right? He tried to teach AB,
and that went well.
AB wasn't willing to learn.
Yeah,
he was trying to show him. AB chased Kanye. He chose Kanye over Tom.
Business is booming.
Oh,
yeah,
well, there you go.
It certainly
Business
is
booming.
Yeah.
All right.
As he digs a tunnel under his house to escape cops. But again, that's everybody's got their own personal life they got to tend to. So Tom Brady, the options on the table are retirement.
He did look a little old running off the field, though.
It's
like he aged in that game, like at least 2 years.
He's 45.
Yeah, but I feel like he aged to like 47, 48.
You think that one sped up the process?
It sped it up. That pressure, all that pressure that was on him that they was bringing, I think it aged him a little bit, man.
So he's going to be 46 next season if he comes back. So the options on the table are retirement, go back to the Bucs, the Raiders,
Miami,
the Dolphins. Like who else makes sense for him?
I just told you.
Like, okay, but the Jets, all right, so the Jets will put on the table. I don't think the
Jets aren't on it.
I don't think that
why not?
I don't think there's enough bad blood there for him to want to go back and he dislikes the Patriots that much that he wants to go be a Jet. I just don't.
If they're going to pay him, why not?
The problem with the Jets is you can't, like, if they bring in a legit veteran, whether it's Tom Brady, Derek Carr, name your veteran that's coming in to win games for them, that means it's over with Zach Wilson. Like, just because he's under contract for another couple years, because then you have to pick up his fifth-year option or decide on that after this upcoming season. Well, last time you saw him, he didn't look good. That's why you brought in the veteran, and then he didn't play all year. So what would make you want to pick up a fifth-year option on a dude like that? And then if that veteran's there, like a Derek Carr, he's still playing. He's not just coming there for 1 year and being done. And if it's Tom Brady, I don't know. I mean, he's still putting up good numbers in that team with the talent they have. I mean, he could play another couple years. I know he might be moving a little slower, but they can run the football. They've got talented receivers to throw to. They've got a great defense. I mean, but same question would still be out there. Like, do you have to want to go up against the Bills twice a year? That's the top team in that division right now.
I'd rather take my chances in there than in the AFC West.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't know that, if you're going to New York and you're making it more about the market you're going to, that it's really not about football, and that just doesn't strike me as like Tom Brady.
See, but
Tom Brady seems like he's all about
I think that
ball.
they're good enough to win.
No, I'm not saying they're not, but I'm saying the reason you're going has to be about football. It can't be like, oh, it's New York too. Like that can't be part of the reasoning. The rationale needs to be, I'm going to the Jets because I think they can win a Super Bowl, and I think that's a tough spot too.
I agree to a certain extent, in the sense that yes, it has to be about winning at this point, all about winning. But if I can have the opportunity, if I go to the Bills, if I go to the Dolphins, like we named the other teams, what is the Dolphins, the Raiders? If I'm choosing between those teams, why wouldn't I take a serious look at the Jets? If I got to look at the Raiders,
I'm not saying he's not going to look at it seriously.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
I'm saying the only reason you should be looking at these teams, if you're him, it's nothing other than football.
And like that would be the one team that I would say out of the teams that would be available would have the best. You'd have the best path to trying to get to a Super Bowl, right? I mean,
he could
the
just
Dolphins?
he could jump on an AFC South team and win the division right quick. I know the Jaguars won, but I don't know.
I also think the other team that's been thrown in the mix and speculated about, which is starting to slip away, is the Niners. And that's the team he rooted for as a kid. It's the Kyle Shanahan stuff. There's been some rumors out there with all that. But the more that Brock Purdy wins playoff games, the less likely it is that they're going to be in the market for Tom Brady.
But you start to really see the brilliance of play calling and play design and, on everything. I mean,
did you see the McCaffrey run? I mean, he wasn't touched. He was not touched until 50 yards downfield.
I mean,
it's absurd the stuff they do pre-snap with personnel, the way they put players. I mean, it is. Kyle Shanahan is a genius.
I mean, he's pretty fly.